Hi guys, welcome back to Risky's Rescues. I'm Risky, and this is our rescue, Holden Torana. If you guys have been following along, you would have seen the last video. We actually fired up and got it running for the first time in 14 years. So this video, we're just going to go back and show you what we did to the carby, put it all together. Alright, I've got some tools. Now I'm going to show you to pull a HOLLEY 4-barrel off. So the easiest carby in the world to remove. So you can undo your air filter stud. So this car has been sitting for about 14 years before I got my mitts on it now. So it's funny the things that people do over those times, you know, and the universal car guy language where people have some ideas. So if you look back here at the distributor, there's a little number 1 on it. So that should go to lead number 1 down here. And being car guy things, even if that didn't have a number 1 written on it, you always assume, because of the way us mechanics do things, is that number 1 will point to number 1 cylinder, so directly in line. Alright, so that's the top of the HOLLEY. So race car thing, so it's got no choke, but it still has a choke mouth. So should just be able to undo the cable, which is a good different thing. Looks like a cable out of a EA Falcon with the Borg Warner in it. I can tell by the clip here, that hook, and then it runs over the back here to this one here, which is a push-in style one. So XF most likely, that sort of era kick down cable. They're running as a throttle, so it's different. Could use the clip off it too, instead of this. Nice some pliers for that one. Alright, so pretty simple. Once you've got the cable undone and fuel lines, and it's just 4 bolts. Sometimes they've got studs there, so that's 4 nuts, which makes them easy to put back on usually. This one's got a homemade bracket for the throttle, because I'm pretty sure the guy that first used to work on it, that built it, was an automatic transmission specialist. So he'll use automatic parts when he can. Good strong cables. Tools. What tools do I use? Well, only the best. I use Snap-on. Yeah, I'm open to other brands, but Snap-on seem to make the best ratchets. And when I was an apprentice coming up, it was the easiest way to buy tools, because the Snap-on man would come around, he'd give you a $150 ratchet, $200 ratchet for $50, and the next week you pay him another $50. And then another $50 after that. And then the next week, he'd sell you something else. So you're always giving $50 every week. But it works out when you're really poor and a mechanic. Oh, nice big plenum there. that's it. That's how you remove any 4-barrel Holley. Alright, here we are inside the garage now. It's a nice hot day. So we've got the HOLLEY carburetor. So the first thing you do with these is pull the float bowls off, which is usually done by either a flat blade screwdriver, or sometimes they've got the 8mm heads on them, which this one does. So, which is really handy when you're by the track or whatever and you need to take them off. All you normally do is just rip that bottom one out and all the fuel will drain out. So very handy. We're just pulling this one apart, give it a clean up, give it a rebuild if it needs it, and we will use it. So 750 CFM is probably a good amount for this sort of setup. 355 cubic inches. So, beautiful. There's your float in there. So it'll sit here, block off fuel flow in through here with the needle and seat. So I'm glad there's none of that black sludge in here. So it should be pretty straightforward now. Tells me that probably only the fuel pump will be the issue with the black sludge. So that makes me very happy. They're the same front to back, the bolts, all of them the same. No black sludge in this one either. That's very handy. And the gaskets are coming out good. HOLLEY gaskets are notorious for sticking. Before they went to like the blue neoprene sort of style, they had a brown style gasket that would just stick like glue. And there's nothing you can do to get it off. You have to scrape it. These ones are a bit sticky because they're just really old. But those old brown gaskets, they served a purpose. So what HOLLEYs are notorious for is warping the actual face of the body here. This face. So whenever you rebuild them, just run a file across to make sure it's flat. So the way that HOLLEY counteracted that was to make their gaskets so they stuck on like glue. So, alright, so as I was saying, these bodies here are the only things that really warp that flat face. So, just get a file, nice flat one. Just rub it across there. Till she smooths out. You can see it's starting to pick up there already. A little bit on this side. Just do that till it's flat. And then it'll be beautiful again. Just soak measuring blocks in the float bowls. Soaking them overnight already. And we've soaked them in just fuel system cleaner, petrol injector cleaner. It's the same stuff. So, and that's the stuff that really works. Gets all the gunk out. That's about it. I'll get some new gaskets. These ones are a bit sticky. Stuff it back together. Jets in this, being 355 and being a bit of a hottie, so it's only going to run with a high stall. The front jets are 78s and the rears are 88s. So they're just here in the metering box. There's your two jets there at the bottom. And they've just got a number stamped on the side of them. How do you tell front to rear metering blocks? This one's just got a blank as the booster. So that's the front one. It's got a spring and everything. And the diaphragm in there. We'll just flip them over. We'll soak for another 12 hours or so and then we'll reassemble. There she is, all done. Back on the engine. Ready to start up. Now guys, this is the previous air filter we had on it when it came to us. As you can see, it's just above the line of the hood, but that's not impressive enough for us, I don't think. Well, there's a hole, we might as well use it, eh? So move that one away. This is your flower pot design. So it's a 5-inch riser and then a 5-inch air filter. I think it looks pretty good. Although there's a bit of a debate whether we stick with this 5-inch filter or put the old 4-inch filter on it. Yeah, I'm leaning towards the big K&N 5-inch filter myself because we're going for outright power too. So let us know in the comments what you think. If you're an old school kind of guy or you like the new school. I kind of like that the best. That's what it looks like with the bonnet up. Yeah, apparently this tapered style can give up to 15 horsepower extra. So, yeah, any little bit helps. yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more. Tell me what you think about the air filter.